waiting way too long. Yeah, I've been down here trying to get it. Yeah, I've been waiting way too long.
This is the video for Geometry 9, Chapter 9, Section 2. We're going to talk about reflections. A reflection is a transformation that uses a line like a mirror to reflect an image. The line of reflection is the perpendicular bisector of the segment created by the original and the reflected point. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that. But that's really important that you know that the line of reflection is the perpendicular bisector between the original and the new point. So I have an example here of a triangle. So I'm going to plot the points for this triangle. That's point A, point B, and point C. I'm going to connect the dots to make a triangle. So that is my original triangle. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to reflect it 3 different ways. The first reflection I'm going to do is over the line x equals 3. X equals 3 is a line with an undefined slope. It's going to be a vertical line where x equals 3. So the line of reflection is this line here. And so we just learned that the line of reflection is the perpendicular bisector of the original and the new point. So where is A prime going to be for this reflection? Well, it's going to be perpendicular to the green line, and it's going to be the same distance away from the green line as the original point A is. So A prime will be right here. B prime is going to be right here. And C prime will be right here. So that is what the reflection would look like. So again, follow with me here. If I were to draw a segment or a line between A and A prime, as you can see, the slope of the black line is 0, and the slope of the green line is undefined, and those are perpendicular slopes. Remember, perpendicular slopes are slopes that have the opposite reciprocal slope. 0 is 0 over A, and undefined is A over 0. And so those are opposite reciprocals. You can't take the opposite of 0, so that's why the sign doesn't really matter. Now I'm going to reflect the figure over the line y equals 1. So y equals 1 is this line here. So remember that line is going to be the perpendicular bisector of the segment created by the original and the new point, which means the new point needs to be the same distance away as the original point. So the original point A is 2 away, and so I'm going to go here. And the reason I go there is because the slope of this line is 0, and I want the slope of this line to be undefined. So then this point, notice, is on the line of reflection, and so that point is actually going to stay there. If it's on the line of reflection, then it stays where it is. And then this last point would be here. It would be 1 away. And so this would be my new figure. And you can see that if you were to fold your paper on that line, y equals 1, then you would see that that would line up. And this is an isometry, meaning those are congruent triangles. The last one we're going to do is reflect over y equals x. So remember, y equals x has a slope of 1 and a y-intercept of 0. So I start at 0 and I go up 1 over 1. So this is what the line y equals x looks like. It's the parent function of a linear function. So now I have to figure out where these points are going to end up. So it's important to know that the slope of this line is 1 because the perpendicular slope of that is -1. And so I need the line created by the original and new point to be -1. So starting at point A, I'm going to go down 1 over 1 until I get to the line. And so if I do that once, then I'm on the line, the line of reflection. So then I'm going to do it one more time to get to my new point. So that is going to be A prime. For B, I'm going to go up 1 into the left 1. And so I would end up here. And notice if I were to draw a line here, the slope of that is -1, and it's the same distance to the line of reflection. And for C prime, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go up 1 over 1 to the left, up 1 over 1 to the left. And I need to do that until I'm 3 spaces away from the line, which would be right here. So my new figure is that. We're going to learn more about reflections when we do the GeoGebra activity, so that will help you understand some of this a little bit better.
I've been waiting way too long. Yeah.